Welcome! My name is Like It's 1985. This is my review of Transformers Generations Voyager class Powerdive. Powerdive, of course, is a repaint of the highbrow figure from the Hunt for the Decepticons toy line. And Powerdive here is a Decepticon this time around. And here is the figure, obviously in robot mode. It does come packaged in the robot mode. Pretty cool. I do like this robot mode a lot. So let's first talk about the weapons. The figure does come with these two weapons. These are Gatling guns, it appears. And they have two places where they can store. They can either store on the hips right here for this type of effect. And they do have a bit of hollow bit down here, so you want to make sure that's facing down so it looks the best. So you do have that option. Of course, you can actually place these in the figure's hand. Again, you want to have this time the hollow part of the guns facing towards the inside, just so it looks the best. So you do have that option as well. So, as we take a look at the robot mode here, I do want to address one thing, and it has to do with the figure's arms, the design of the arms here. As you can see, if we take a look at the arms here, there's the hand, and it has a weird shaped forearm. You know, up this part here is okay, that looks normal, but then here it goes like down into the side, and then here's the hand. So it does look a little bit odd. And what you can do is you can fold in the hands, rotate this section around like that, so you have the propellers facing forward, and instead of hands you can have the figure have like propellers. And you do have the gimmick here, they'll spin, and they do open up for the transformation into plane mode. But this is the official transformation here. So, taking a look, very nice head sculpt. Fantastic job on Hasbro's part. If we take a look at the head sculpt there, light piping is very much in effect here. And also very cool is the fact that the figure has a visor which comes over the head and over the eyes. So you do have that effect as well. So that's a really cool feature of having the visor on the head sculpt there. Very Decepticon looking head sculpt. The head, as far as articulation goes, can look left and right. I believe it's just a swivel joint. You have shoulder articulation, of course. There's actually some articulation here where my finger is. Rotates there, out to the side there, swivel at the bicep. Elbow articulation as such, articulation at the wrist. There is no waist articulation. These side pieces can go out, legs can go forward, all the way back, and out to the side to that degree. Swivel there, bend there, and you do have articulation at the ankle. This joint is a little bit loose, not alarmingly loose, but loose enough that you kind of have to just work with it to get the figure to stand. And I would assume over time that that's going to get worse. But that is your articulation for this figure. You do have this backpack here. There's not much you can do with it except for this. And this is going to form like the, as you can see, the cockpit section. And there's a look at the robot mode. I really do like this robot mode. You can see lots of fantastic detail here in the torso, right there, a little bit of paint apps there on the hips, and I do like the design of the feet here. These two pieces here that are like claws for his feet are formed from the two little fins from the vehicle mode. So I do like the way that they engineered the feet here. It does like I said, the joint is a bit looser than I'd like, but you know, I can work with it. So, transformation. Let's start by folding in the hands here. And these sections here are going to come and form over the head, like that. There we go. Something is blocking that. You can see those pegged together like that. and you'll have it looking like that there. This section back here, I'm going to take these, and by the way, nice detail here, this gun actually, you can only really see it on the back of the robot mode, because as you see, as we form the cockpit area, you can't really see too much of it there. But there is that detail there. So next up, you want to take the pelvic area and split it. It's going to come out like that. And there's a little bit of a tab sticking out here that corresponds to a slot right there. Tab, slot. And these should come together like that. And you want to make sure it matches up here. Just kind of push that together. That should form pretty tightly there. And of course you do the same exact thing over here. Tab and slot into place. There we go. And like that. So there we go. These sections over here will go off to the side and rotate around. Actually, I probably should have done that before. But there you go. Around like that. Now, as you see at the back of the leg, there's this. This is the back of the leg in robot mode. This whole shell section here is going to swing forward on a hinge there, and it's actually going to snap very, very securely. There's a tab and a slot, and you can hear that click. A nice solid click there. Really like that. Really appreciate that. Good engineering on Hasbro's part. Snap, and you also have to snap it back here too as well, so make sure you got all that together. And that was a really loud snap there, so you can see the degree of tightness that is. You want to take the propellers here and get them out like that. Now coming to the back section here, this always confuses me. So there's basically going to be a bar attaching the two sides of the plane here. So first start off by folding that down. Let's see here. So you want to have one part looking like that with the Decepticon logo there. So you just got to do the same thing on the other side. By the way, back here, this is loose. You got to snap that in place as well. You can hear it clunk in place there. And let me see here. Rotate. And then you can see these come together, a tab and a slot. And now you just want to straighten things out here, make it as straight as possible. And there's actually a landing gear here. One bit here, of course, comes from the chest, out like that, and then this comes from this is from the front or the knees of the robot mode. And let me just adjust everything here. Everything seems to be in place, except for these went back together here. And these propellers do have the same gimmick in plane mode. So you could cool yourself off on a hot afternoon there with that. The landing gear wheels roll really, really well. And as a consequence of that, it actually turns really well too. As you can see, all I got to do is just push it a little bit, and it turns around really nicely. And I have to say, this design of plane is very, very nice. I do like this, and it's one of really, for me, one of the selling points of this figure. I'm almost to the point where if I find this either highbrow or another one of these on clearance, like at a discount store, I'm going to pick up another one because I do like this very unique alt mode. You can see on the pilot section here, you have the shark logo. And let me go ahead and see if I can show you this on camera. There's actually some detail in the pilot area. You can vaguely make out some detail. And Hasbro really didn't need to do that, but they did, which is fantastic. The canopy does not open up though, which is fine. So really cool. I do very much like this. And what you can do is you can take the weapons. Let's see here. Oh yeah, sorry. They peg in here on the top. Let me do it like this. Although when you do that realistically, the propellers are kind of in the way, as you can see there. Let me zoom out, sorry about that. So you do have this type of effect with the guns on there. I suppose since the hands are right here, you could put them underneath there, perhaps. But anyways, so there you go. Transformers Generations Powerdive Voyager class in robot mode. Fantastic. I just love this vehicle mode, or this jet mode, and it rolls really well. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.